I've realized that silence is my greatest weapon. You'll feel my control in every word I don't say. You taught me to depend on you. Now watch how I thrive without asking you for a thing. My emotions are no longer your playground. I own every part of myself again. I've built a wall so high that even your manipulation can't climb it. You can shout, beg, or threaten. My decision stands, and my peace is non-negotiable. The chaos you once caused in me has turned into my strength. I've mastered my own storm. From now on, I'll decide when to speak, when to leave, and when to disappear completely. I've learned to control my reactions. Your words can no longer move me. You'll notice the difference when you realize I don't seek your attention anymore. I've taken back my energy from every person who tried to drain me. You lost your power the moment I stopped explaining myself. I no longer need your permission to exist loudly or quietly. I choose both. The peace you couldn't give me, I've built with my own hands. Every time you try to test me, remember, I'm no longer the same person you could control. I've outgrown your games. Your manipulation feels small now. My silence is not weakness anymore. It's control disguised as calm. I am no longer reacting to you. I am observing you from a place of power. You can't guilt me into submission anymore. I've learned self-worth the hard way. Every boundary you crossed built the fortress I now live in. I control who enters my peace, and you're not on the guest list anymore. I've learned that walking away quietly is louder than any confrontation. You'll realize my control when your words start echoing into nothing. My heart used to listen to you. Now it listens only to truth and intuition. You no longer hold emotional currency in my life. I've changed the system. My emotions are disciplined now. They obey my logic, not your influence. The leash you once held snapped the moment I decided I was done. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to live without asking anymore. Your need for control was your downfall. Mine is my freedom. I've become everything you tried to suppress. Bold, certain, and untouchable. You no longer intimidate me. You simply remind me why I chose control. Every time you test my patience, I respond with power, not pain. My energy is sacred now. I protect it like it's gold. I'm not angry anymore. I'm focused, unshakable, and unreachable. The moment I stopped arguing was the moment I won. I control what I give and to whom. That's my greatest strength. I've taken back my story. Your version no longer matters. You can't rewrite me anymore. I'm the author now. I've stopped being the one you could emotionally disarm. My armor is invisible, but real. You'll miss the version of me that cared what you thought. My choices no longer seek your approval. They seek my evolution. Every time I choose peace over reaction, I gain another piece of control. You can't manipulate someone who's mastered detachment. That's where I stand now. I no longer fight to be understood. My clarity doesn't need an audience. You'll feel my power not in my words, but in my absence. I've stopped chasing closure. I realized control means letting go completely. Every part of me that once feared you has now turned fearless. I am no longer a participant in your drama. I'm the observer of my own calm. You can't twist my emotions when I own them entirely. I'm in control of the narrative now. Your opinions are just background noise. My detachment isn't cruelty, it's my freedom in disguise. I've learned that indifference is the highest form of control. You lost the game when I stopped playing. I won't raise my voice anymore. Real power doesn't shout. I've mastered the art of walking away without guilt. The control you once had over me was temporary. My independence is forever. Every boundary you ignored became a rule I now live by. You can't reach me where I've elevated myself. Your words don't echo that high. I am not in revenge mode. I'm in self-control mode. The calm kind that scares people. You'll notice the shift when you realize I no longer explain my decisions. From now on, I move how I please, answer to no one, and owe no apologies. From now on, my voice is the only one that matters. Your opinions no longer shape my choices. I've decided my life, my rules, my power. Your interference ends here. Every decision I make from this moment belongs to me. Your input is irrelevant. I've stopped asking for your permission. My heart answers only to itself now. You no longer hold the key to my actions. Control has shifted completely. I've drawn the line, and beyond it, your influence does not exist. From this point, I steer my own path. Your doubts and fears are not my compass. No more second-guessing myself for you. My will is final. I've claimed my autonomy fully. Your objections fall on deaf ears. The power you once held over me is gone. I am the captain now. I won't bend or bow to your expectations. I follow only my instincts. Every choice I make is mine. The era of your control is over. I've taken back the space you once occupied in my mind and life. Your voice no longer carries weight in my decisions. I am my own judge. I will no longer seek approval from someone who doesn't deserve it. My boundaries are sacred. Your opinions will not trespass them. I've stopped giving you power over my emotions and my future. From now on, the steering wheel is in my hands, and I drive alone. I am not asking anymore. I am declaring my life is my domain. Your influence fades the moment I choose to own my own power. I've grown tired of being swayed by you. I answer only to myself. You can watch, but you cannot dictate. I am unshakable now. I've stepped into my sovereignty. Your objections are meaningless. Every action I take now is rooted in my freedom, not your expectation. I am no longer negotiating my desires to fit your comfort. I've reclaimed my voice. Your judgment no longer silences me. The moment I stop seeking your permission, I find my real strength. I am the ruler of my own world. Your opinions are now spectators. No more bending, no more adjusting. I act purely on my own accord. I've learned that control is mine alone. Others' input is optional. From this day forward, I make the rules that guide my life. You may wish to sway me, but your influence has expired. I am finally free of your authority. My life is mine to command. I no longer carry the weight of your expectations. I am unchained. Every thought, every plan, every decision, I am sovereign. I refuse to let anyone else's voice dictate my reality. From now on, I operate on my own terms, absolute and undeniable. You no longer have a say because I've claimed my inner throne. I am done apologizing for living the way I want. The choice is mine. The reins of my life are no longer in your hands. I hold them tight. I've built walls around my choices. Your opinion cannot enter. My destiny is authored by me. Your influence has been erased. I've stopped waiting for permission to exist the way I want. I am taking control not out of anger, but out of self-respect. You no longer hold sway over my heart, mind, or soul. I've realized that yielding to your control only shrinks my spirit. From this day, I act from power, not approval. Your voice is now background noise to the symphony of my decisions. I am no longer accountable to anyone but myself. Control is not given, it is taken, and I have claimed it fully. I won't seek validation where none is due. My choices are mine alone. I've stopped letting fear of your reaction dictate my every move. You no longer get to steer my life. I'm navigating my own course. My thoughts, my decisions, my rules. Your influence has expired. I've discovered freedom in declaring myself the sole authority of my life. The era of you deciding for me is gone. I'm finally sovereign. I act with certainty now, untethered by your opinions. I've taken the power you once held and transformed it into liberation. Your say ends here. My life begins fully in my own hands. From now on, I answer to no one but myself. Absolute control is mine.